to Table Talk. I'm your host for today. With me is Justin Yoder from the Mandarin campus, Tanner Trumbull from the Fleming Island campus,
Where I'm from.
and Brent Glover from the Mandarin campus. I'm Clayton Alvarez, and I am from the River City campus. We're really glad you're all here today, and don't forget to like and subscribe our videos. First up, we talked last week about our favorite quarantine snacks. So I'm going to bring in my lavender ice cream. Don't worry, I brought spoons for everyone.
Do we get to lick the spoon and put it back in?
Dude, is it even cold?
Are those mashed potatoes?
Oh, dude, why is the milk like?
It's because it's been
It's
sitting
been out for a while, but it's okay.
It's
It
because
comes from the
gosh,
plant
I am so
called lavender.
uncomfortable right now.
It's so soft.
But I was talking about
Yes,
the
that's what soft serve is. It's usually very soft.
No, that is
Soft
not
serve.
how soft serve feels. That feels like whipped cream.
This is like mashed potatoes.
It's not like mashed
Oh,
potatoes.
yeah,
That's
it's
way
like whipped
too
cream,
soft.
baby.
It's like, yeah.
It's delicious.
It's like I just put a sock in my mouth, like
That's
a freshly
not true.
washed sock. It's so soft.
Who uses lavender in their laundry?
Nope.
Listen, the taste is not bad, but the texture is throwing me off. Let me go backwards. See, no double dip.
Oh.
You had your hand on that side, so thank you.
Ooh, I got a colder piece at the bottom, and that was much better.
We also had nowhere to put it that would be cold enough. That
Uh,
also let it.
we
melt.
do have a freezer, but
I know.
taste is like a
Try
summery
this at home.
spring, like just kind of
It
refreshing.
makes you feel clean. Yeah. Shout out to Anna, my fiance, for making that. She's the greatest.
Also, round of applause. Hit the like. Clayton's engaged, so
Woo!
give him a thumbs up or a like for that.
So now we're going to come into the I'm just curious portion of our episode.
Oh, boy.
I'll be talking to
It's a lot different when you're on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
opposite side. I don't like this.
Tanner.
You don't have any control.
I'm just curious. When was the most afraid you were in your life? As in adrenaline fear. Not like, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. No, I mean, when did you feel like you might die in this moment?
Oh, on a ladder.
Well, tell us about the
Do
story.
tell.
My biggest fear is ladders.
Ladders, not heights, just ladders.
Well, I don't like being I don't like heights either, so I have a hard time being tall because every time I look down, I just get.
But you're taller
I don't
than
have that
us.
problem.
But yeah, ladders make me very nervous.
Why are you afraid of ladders? I mean, obviously the heights, but like, did something happen in your past?
No, I've just never enjoyed being up that high.
So you don't have a certain experience where a ladder fell or anything like that?
No, I just don't enjoy being up on ladders. They're very like
See, and I think it's
wobbly. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
I prefer just climbing without it.
I like to feel like, hey, one wrong step and it's all over.
But like
Like that
rickety,
feeling of adrenaline is kind of.
rickety stairs though, that doesn't scare you. Like you know, at camp, like the stairs up to the blob.
No, because those are stairs. That's not really a ladder.
Interesting.
But that's also like that's different because you're on water.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
even
you
if
hit
it
the water,
was
you're
wobbly,
fine.
like you would just think it's the water, and if you fall,
You
fall
fall onto
into
the
the
deck.
water.
That
Onto the
the,
dock.
that the yeah, onto the dock, the floating dock, and the metal stairs.
no, I don't.
Depends
think
on how you
that's-
fall.
Yeah,
it does
but like,
depend on how you
like
fall.
if the ladder or stairs fall, you fall in the water. If you just fall off, you hit the deck. But if you fall off of those, that's
Also,
your
you
own
could
fault.
fall and you can get your leg caught in a railing, and you wouldn't make it down.
So does this also include like rope ladders?
This just make me really just more nervous.
I know. Just that. So
No,
this
I
works.
don't like
Anything
with
that
height?
brings you
No.
to a like
Yeah.
vertically upward.
unless I'm harnessed in and like I'm on a roller.
Did you
coaster.
do the screamer swing at camp?
No, I don't like it because I'm high.
Kids, we're gonna have to get him to do the screamer swing next year.
We have a challenge.
At camp.
I feel like screamer swing or lavender ice cream, a whole bowl, he has to eat it himself.
Which would you pick?
Give him options.
I'd pick the screamer swing for sure.
With the lavender ice
Yeah,
cream.
yeah.
What if it's fresh?
Huh?
What if it's fresh and cold?
A fresh screamer swing that's cold?
Yes.
No, a fresh ice cream. That's
Oh, I mean a
Oh.
fresh cold streamer swing.
No, I
We'll
would
just
take,
ice it
Just
down.
the whole thing.
I would take a cold swing over. I would rather be lightning than eat another spoonful of that. So
You have a problem,
Wow.
sir, but that's okay.
It's like-
I kind of like
There's
the
a second
second
heart
bite.
with that one.
You might need to get a cold bite. Although it kind of seems like you might have an allergy to lavender, so maybe you should.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
like,
might have
my
an
chest
allergy.
You do
is
worry
really
me.
uncomfortable.
Do you not know if you have a
Does
lavender,
anybody have been
lavender allergy? So, now for the main part of our table talk. The part where we talk around the table. Now, for all of us here, If you could go anywhere in the world for just 1 week, where would you go? All expenses paid.
That's a good
Ooh.
All expenses.
All expenses
Oh,
paid.
that changes it.
I would pick the mountain where they think the Ark is.
What was that Ararat?
I think so.
Mount
Something like that.
Ararat.
Yeah, I've always like had a dream of wanting to go and explore that.
Do you know if that's like a tour that they have where they show you where they think it is or anything?
I have no idea. I know that my Old Testament professor from school, every year he would go and explore it.
Trying to find the Ark.
Yeah,
What's his name?
him and his friend.
Is his name
I don't
Indiana
remember.
Jones? That's awesome.
For sure, yeah.
Would you try to take time to like go out and like into Jerusalem or anything? Or I don't know how far Mount Ararat is. I guess it's kind of far. I don't know where that is.
It's in Israel.
No, I would
Is it
just
in
want to
Israel
go.
or is it not?
I don't know.
I would just
I
want to
don't
go.
I've been there.
The Ark.
Poor
Just see
pastors
it.
might want to figure out the answer to this, but
We're all about teaching the gospel, not teaching geography. All right, Justin, do you have an answer?
All right.
I don't know. What's tough is the one location.
Nice, that's the point.
Because of that, I think I would choose Israel.
Mm.
Like I've already
Beautiful.
been there.
But you want to see.
But
more.
like like it's just there's so much to do,
Yeah.
and there's so much to see, and like the diversity in culture and food and like just that whole experience is just so good. Like I was like, man, it's just such a cool trip, and not even
Yeah.
just like obviously the biblical side of it is very cool too, but it is just a really really cool place to visit too.
I'd love
It's
to
a
go there
cool
one day
city.
as well.
Brent. So I feel like we've all.
Wow.
I mean, Israel is on my bucket list, but
You haven't been?
my head. I've never been there.
Oh,
my
no,
head.
yeah.
My head keeps going back and forth between like England, Ireland, Scotland, Germany, Italy.
I can give you
Is
the
that
British,
a back
the British
and
Isles.
is that,
The British Isles, yeah.
Is that a back and forth, or is your head like involved in a game of pinball?
No,
I think like because back and forth is usually just boom, 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 back and forth. Not
Well, and then like Sweden.
Is that gonna
and
be
then
like?
you could-
Is that
so,
like World War II hotspots? Is that what you're hoping for here?
I am a history buff,
okay.
but
No.
You're also a buff.
thank you. I work out. I actually haven't worked out in a long time. I'm getting a little hefty. It'd be cool to go to like Germany and see like where the Reformation started and go see all the I love going
That's
to
true.
cathedrals and love going to like all the old churches.
Yeah.
and
I will
things like
say,
that.
I had the
I love
opportunity
architecture.
to go to Europe for a few weeks after my junior year of high school, and let me tell you, you get tired of cathedrals very quickly. It is every other stop on the tour. Because we went from Amsterdam to Italy to France, and almost every day we went to or saw a cathedral. It is interesting the first few times in the Vatican. That's pretty cool. I didn't get to high five the Pope. I tried, got attacked.
Okay.
Is it bad that one of the other places that I'm thinking of for this is just Washington D.C.?
Have you ever been to Washington D.C.?
You never know.
I'm gonna take that off the table for you.
Road trip. Road
Hey,
trip.
I got kicked out of school before I could go on that 8th grade field trip, so I've never been able to go to D.C.
Next week, Confessions of a Pastor.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah, so I never got to go, and that's always I've always wanted to go so bad, and I've never been able to go.
Washington D.C.
It's not that
Washington,
interesting.
It's busy.
No, it's I love
Yeah.
history though. Like
I
that
do
was
too.
always
Not
in
that
class.
interesting. For me, it's more about being able to touch history. Like in Europe, we were able to go into a castle and everything like that. We also got to go into the castle of Versailles, and I started. I might have almost gotten in trouble for touching art, but that's okay. I didn't mess anything up. I promise.
You had just watched National Treasure.
Or
that.
This was international trip. Where I want to go is Machu Picchu in Peru. It is an ancient.
Wasn't he a wrestler?
No, probably actually.
He was
He
on the
was.
WWE.
The
Macho
Macho
Man
guy?
Randy Savage?
Oh, that I just
The cream of the crop does rise to the top. Now, Machu Picchu is a beautiful place. It is high in the Andes, and it's interesting. It was made by the Incan Empire and has a very intricate system of aqueducts to actually get water from 30 miles away all the way there. It's thousands of steps to get all the way up there. It's a really
lot of
cool
steps.
place, and
A ski lift
it's a
you can
huge-
jump there.
no.
Or you gotta take that.
I believe there's only walking.
I just got eliminated off my list.
Sounds great to me. That's because I'm okay with physical activity.
small legs.
Small legs.
My legs are the perfect height for the rest of myself. Very good. We love you. Remember to like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you next week on Table Talk. Now, Tanner, I've got some questions for you.
Some. Oh, jeez.
Now.
It's gonna be a long segment.